energy, driving force of energy in my life is the purpose. So I'm very busy. I travel around the world, from east to the west, to the north, to the south, and I have a lot of schedule. But of course, I feel tired sometimes, for sure. But I don't feel real stress. And also, it's not like I'm ignoring stress. When I feel, oh, maybe they might have stress, I take a break also. And I also, there's self-awareness. It's not like I'm become like workaholic. If I want to break, I can break. I break 4.5 years also. Give up everything, went to the street in the mountain. So, but I'm very busy, but my mind doesn't take all these busies as stressful. I always have this joy, feeling this eagerness to teach, because I find the purpose of teaching. The first reason is I have panic attacks, and through these practice change my life, and the panic become my teacher and the best friend, right? Obstacle become opportunity, problem become solution, and suffering become happiness. And that is not just with the panic attacks. I'm sharing this with the many other people. It helps with the physical sickness also. Some people lost job. Of course, you may not find that same job, but you can find your inner purpose, inner true nature qualities through that. Sometimes people said, I lost that job, was the wonderful, one of the best thing happened in my life. When I look at now to the backward with that event. So some people sharing me something like that. So that obstacle may become opportunity, right? So therefore, that purpose for me, it really helps these teachings to myself. And when I teach this, I see this benefit for others. That purpose is driving me. Energy, peace, happiness, all these things. And maybe you can find different purpose. I'm teaching. Teaching is my purpose. But of course, to find purpose might not need to be always tight. Exactly, I need to find the solo purpose. Not like that also. Sometimes people said, oh, which one is my calling? Which one is my destiny? Which one is my sole purpose? You may not find one day being like that. And don't tight also. But the purpose, as I mentioned before, the purpose, and the number two is the purpose, right? Number one is the health, your home, take care of your home. Number two is purpose, I mentioned now, for my purpose, and you might have different things. But number three, how to find that purpose also connect with the number three, the love and compassion. So, if you cannot find a one single purpose for you, doesn't matter. The main important purpose, this is what I see like universal purpose, is helping everyone. Meaning, not just helping yourself, you need to help yourself and also through that others. Maybe your friends, family, maybe pets, maybe people at workplace, your colleagues, maybe the post delivery mail, whatever you can, and no need to have it like big. I want to change society. I want to change the world. If you can do that in a good way, wonderful. But sometimes we cannot change ourselves, and we want to change the world. Sometimes they may create chaotic too. Everybody change to my way, you know. So, but the most important is that care, kind, loving kindness, compassion, and that is the purpose. They're linked together. So the connection, number 3, connection with your friends, family, colleagues, to the world, to the society, to the environment, and of course to yourself, connection to yourself and others. So that is the second one. It's very important. And number 4, learning and growing. So learning is begin with interest, begin with a question, curiosity. Mind always should open. Right now I teach meditation now almost 40 years, maybe 35 years I've been teaching. And I'm still learning. Until now, learn how to teach, how to present these ancient wisdoms in the modern world with the based on mentality, personality, interests. I'm still learning. And not just teaching, I'm learning also different life skills and leadership, and just have interest about how to solve the problems, how to ask questions about the environment, anything. So that learning and growing also very healthy, and that also really helps for your. So for me, my profession now become teaching, so it helps my teaching. It helps I can guide to others organization, not just for the organization. I can how to relate with my friends and family. So always learning, always growing, to have curiosity, think sometime out of box. It's very important. So this is the number 4. And the last one, final one, which is the most important for me, is the spiritual practice. And here spiritual practice meaning try to find who you are, your true nature. And as I mentioned before, that I learned these wonderful teachings since 9 years old. I was 9 years old because of panic attacks. And I begin to discover my inner sky. So we all have this wonderful quality within ourselves. Sometimes what we call our basic goodness, the original nature, Buddha nature, our enlightened nature, our true nature, the original purity. We have so many wonderful variety names, or maybe the inner well-being. So what is that? Basically, we are not bad. Sometimes I tease other people, Actually, there's one very good news to tell you. The good news is we are not bad. We are quite good. So that means the fundamental quality of my being, my core nature is wonderful. So how this is wonderful, and what is these fundamental qualities are? If you have question, if you want to ask, then what is this quality? These qualities are with us 24 hours. I said 24 hours. Always there with us, and it is like sky. It is beyond, meaning beyond suffering, beyond. Normally we have this fixation mind, stress, panic, depress, anger, hate, so many strong, difficult emotions within us. But these innate qualities are beyond all this, beyond panic attacks, beyond depression, beyond loneliness, beyond low self-esteem, beyond hate and anger, beyond grasping, craving, attachment, ignorance. It's totally beyond. Yet, it is the base for everything. Without this nature, you cannot feel, you cannot think, you cannot move, you cannot be you. Like without sky, we cannot be here, right? Without sky, you cannot watch this video. I cannot be here. Everything is based on the sky and the space. The earth, moon, sun, solar system, entire universe is based on the space, based on the sky. So for us, everything is based on this basic innate goodness, but that basic innate goodness is beyond of everything. Like cloud, like storm is based on the sky, but sky is beyond storm. The nature of sky is not the cloud. The nature of sky, not the pollution. Though pollution comes in the sky, right? Same thing. So now you might wonder, what is that? Why I'm not feeling it? It's there with me 24 hours. Then why I'm not happy? Why I don't feel this beyondness, this peaceful, right? True, I have this question. First time my father told me about this wonderful nature, I thought, I don't believe that. And then plus I thought, my father is kind of like try to just pleasing me. Like when we are young, when we walk together with adults, sometimes we hike the mountain. In my hometown, Nepal, we have a lot of mountains. And they say, oh, it's very near. We are almost there. When I reach the one layer, there's another big layer above that. They say, oh, no, this is the last one. When I reach up there, there's, oh, I see another one. So I thought something like that. But actually, it's not like that. It's true. And my father teach me how to recognize. First, he introduced me. Then there's a practice that I continue to apply. Now, I believe, not just believe, I experience this. That's why, deeper level, I'm always happy. And this happiness is not like, that kind of happiness. Like after drinking coffee, you feel quite high, right? Not like that. Or I think it will not compare even the winning lottery. These happiness are shallow happiness, not the deeper level, the satisfaction. For example, even you win the lottery, but the deeper you may have this hollow, incompleteness, sometimes insecurity, always there. Even you have power, money, fame, everything, but that suffering, sometimes what we call the background noise, which is dissatisfaction, incompleteness, hollowness, can be there. But with this happiness, happiness from finding our true nature, it really helps to free from the feeling of hollow, dissatisfaction, incompleteness. We feel like we came home. We feel like we are being with who we are. This feeling of something okay, not like hollow, feeling of something complete. And that happiness can be coexist with the sadness, ups and downs, all the other emotions. No need to fight with them, no need to get rid of them. Drink coffee, wonderful, and after finish coffee you might feel low, but still the inner happiness there. You might have a little bit afraid, but the inner happiness, the contentment, joy there. You might going through cycle of life. You might feel, sad. You might feel upset, but the deeper level, still happy, contentment, joy.